Ed Reardon's Week by Christopher Douglas and Andrew Nickolds. Episode 4, An Enemy of the People.
Whoa, 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 where do you think you're going with them, mate?
The skip marked items that can't be recycled, as advised by that rarest of birds, a correctly spelt and punctuated council notice, for which I commend you.
Yeah, we can't say the same, I'm afraid. That could be household waste you're dumping there. Could be potato peelings, batteries, newspapers, olive oil.
No, I haven't got any of that, and my cold-pressed extra virgin days are long behind me, so if you'll excuse me...
That sounds like cans in there to me.
Yes, skipjack tuna for my cat, in brine, not oil, obviously, as you will have already inferred.
They belong in tins and containers, 2 skips along. Anything else should be put out for collection in the correctly coloured bags by your front gate on the designated day.
Well, I'd be happy to comply, but...
So you could have builder's rubble in the other one, or a snake. We get 2 of them a week on average.
Really? What colour bag do they go in, I wonder? Or does it change according to the time of day?
Well, you may find it a fit subject for satire, but this is a recycling centre, mate. Not the Edinburgh Festival.
I do apologise, but I have neither gate nor bag nor weekly rubbish collection.
Yeah, it's fortnightly now, for reasons best known to the council. So, is that your mobile home parked next to the pile of exercise bikes?
It is.
Then you should have a van permit, £100 a day.
What? I didn't know about that.
That's no defence, as I'm sure you're aware as an intelligent man. But don't get me wrong, it sickens me that services aren't properly funded. But if we don't like it, we have it in our power to change.
Do we? How?
At the ballot box, or on the streets, in the pubs and clubs. It's about winning hearts and minds.
Yes, I'll just go and move the van, and don't worry, I'll take these away with me.
Oh, so you don't like being reminded that democracy brings with it responsibilities as well as advantages?
Are you sure this isn't the Edinburgh Festival? You've just given me a holier-than-thou political lecture trying to get £100 out of me. Before you ask me if I'm having a great time, the answer's no.
So what did you do with all the rubbish? It's not outside in the corridor, is it?
No, of course not, Maggie. Well, there's a bag of newspapers I still haven't got round to reading. No, I parked the van in Hounslow, little road I know, and brought the black bags in on the tube. Dropped them off at Waitrose Recycling Hub just round the corner.
This all sounds like it could be a couple of 100 words for your next column.
Yes, unreliable refuse collection is, I imagine, a problème du jour for readers of my motorhome. What's it called again?
Your motorhome.
Exactly, but I think the subject might also be of interest to a wider audience in the Sunday papers, and, dare I say it, commanding a slightly higher fee.
Sorry, Ed, but we've already got clients committed to writing austerity pieces right up to Christmas. Stuart Lee's doing a book and a DVD. It's a terrible time right now.
Yes, certainly is. The tripe some of these columnists vomit up.
I'm going on the march against it tomorrow. Do you want to come?
Against Stuart Lee? Yes, put me down.
I meant the cuts to council services.
Oh, well, of course I'm against those too. Usual route, is it, down to Parliament Square?
Yeah, starting in Park Lane at noon.
Good, right. Or we could just have lunch round there.
It's a march.
If lunch overruns, then so be it. We could join the march later. Perhaps get a bus to... Well, there's a William Hill by the Royal Academy. We could keep tabs on the racing at Lingfield and the early kick-offs in the Premier League.
So this is your usual Saturday routine, is it?
Well, I'm not a slave to it.
What are you two plotting?
Nothing, Ping.
Just a spot of lunch and the overthrow of the government.
Great, I'm so sick of getting these emails from Jeremy Corbyn.
Tell me about it. 4 this morning so far, all contradicting each other.
I don't get them, but then I'm not a party political animal.
Yeah, and you haven't done the contract for his jam recipe book. You know what he wants on the cover?
Recycled rubber bands on the pot lids?
An aerial view of his allotment taken by drone, but not so as you can identify where it is.
That's a case of having your jam sponge and eating it.
Such a mistake to handle political books.
I was surprised you did after the experience of Sam Cam's Cornish fish markets. Could have filled in the Channel Tunnel with the ones that didn't sell.
Well, we only did it in the interests of balance. Big mistake. 2 rights make a wrong, right?
I think it's the other way round, Pig.
No, it isn't.
Anyway, the theory doesn't hold water. Look at the success of Pet Peeves 1 and 2. Before your time, of course, Maggie.
No, I've been looking at your backlist, Ed.
I'm flattered.
They were the Monty Don dog books of their day.
Yes, they were. Both works had their critics, admittedly, among the ranks of the envious and less talented, but there's no arguing with the annual public lending right divvy-up. £4 again last February. What are you doing with that police do not cross tape, Pig?
This whole area from the water cooler to the other water cooler is a politics-free zone. I don't care what you two get up to in your own time, but politics maketh not any cashola for this agency, or anyone.
I don't know, Tony Blair seems to have done all right.
Well, he's the rule that proves the exception.
Let it go, Ed.
Look at my Uncle Whiffy. He went into politics. What good did it do him?
I don't know about you, Maggie, but I'm on the seat of my edge here.
He makes about 40 grand a year, tops. What can you do with that? And he has to turn up at the House of Lords every day to collect it.
Oh, poor Whiffy.
Lord Whiffy, if we see him tomorrow, we'll buy him a port and lemon.
Ed Reardon is no stranger to political activism, most recently my involvement with the student demonstrations at South Herts University and their rallying cry, "What do we want? Free student parking on campus. When do we want it? Between 8 and 12 in the morning and all day at weekends and bank holidays." Perhaps not quite. Aux armes citoyens, formez vos bataillons, and as it turned out, completely ineffectual. Nevertheless, important and often romantic alliances can be formed in the febrile atmosphere of insurrection, as indeed they were in the Blitz, the New York power blackout of '65 and the poll tax riots, each of them duly leading to a spike in the birth rate, or in the latter case, just a weekend in Weymouth with a fellow protester. She still lives there, apparently. With this fresh in the mind, I was happy to march shoulder to shoulder with Maggie in the eventual expectation of what one was still permitted to call in the 90s a leg-over situation.
Any sign of Whiffy?
I don't imagine his lordship gets out of his sedan chair for less than 100 sods on a weekend.
Now there's the Aberdeen Angus Steakhouse, standing proud against the ravages of time and passion. The windows remained curiously intact in the 1990 riots, as I recall.
Well, they wouldn't have won many friends in the Shires by wrecking the out-of-towners' eatery of choice.
Ooh, better watch those metropolitan elite opinions or someone will call you out, as the 12-year-olds say. Time for a chant, I think. Maggie, Maggie, Maggie! Out, out, out!
And I'd watch the irony, Ed. Nobody understands it anymore.
Just a bit of protest gold for your demonstrating pleasure.
I used to do this almost every Saturday. Took most of the next week for my feet to recover and get the Billy Bragg songs out of my head.
Was this when you were at uni?
No, I was a local councillor for 10 years.
Seriously?
Yes, it kept me and the kids afloat for a while after the marriage broke up.
I thought that kind of work was pro bono, apart from the fiddled expenses, obviously.
Didn't need to fiddle them. There was a councillor's allowance. Paid for the weekly shop. And the nectar points covered the Pilates.
Ah, yes, the points were worth something in those days, weren't they? You could get 2 for 1 at the London dungeon. I sent both my kids in there once, waited outside for them. Why did the marriage break up?
You know.
Yes, mine too. All fairly civilised now. Except the one thing that still rankles. It's trivial on the face of it, but it nags away every so often. I know it shouldn't.
Oh, come on, Ed. You can tell me.
It was the loss of my poultry shears.
Same here.
Really?
Garden shears in my case. A really good pair too. Jeff Hamilton's name on the handle.
Well, I hope you managed to cut up his... What was his name?
Robin.
Oh, well, there you are then. Hope you managed to cut up Robin's ties and trousers with the shears before you had to relinquish them.
Damn, why didn't I? That's something else to feel bitter about. Mind you, he did wear cords, so it would have been quite hard work.
Better than Pilates.
And cheaper.
What do we want? Our shears back.
When do we want it? Now! Oh, right, this is me.
Oh, really?
Yep, done my bit. If I cut down here, I can get to Charing Cross in time for the 2:24.
Well, that suggests there'll be a 3:24. We're very close to the lamb and lamb and flag.
Might see you in the office next week.
But you're Miss Sandy Toxvig. She's just climbing onto the 4th plinth.
I'm sure I'll be able to hear her from the train. Bye!
Oh. Somebody mind taking the other end of this? Ah, here she is, Elga. See if we can find out more about Maggie. Ah, LinkedIn again. Tells you absolutely nothing. Just hundreds of jobs you don't want. Online content coordinators as far as the eye can see. Maternity cover for the Master of Magdalen College? You could do that, Elga. All you'd have to do is sit around and eat what's put in front of you. You're overqualified, if anything. Let's try Maggie's former husband, Robin. Where's he now, striding around in his unmutilated trousers? No, it's not stalking, Elgar, it's research.
Morning, sir.
If it's about my recycling again, I've just put the one bag outside the Prairie Bandit because we had fish last night.
No, I'm off duty. Come to shake you by the hand. Jack.
Hello, I'm Ed Reardon, and as a writer, I'm never off duty, so...
I'll say. I thought I recognised you at the council tip. Some of those things you wrote.
Where?
On your ballot papers. 97 election, 2008 and 2012 locals, 2015 general election again, and not forgetting the recent referendum. I was assisting with the count on all those occasions.
Oh, were you? I'd like it to be known they were not spoilt papers.
I know they weren't. It's fair to say around 3 a.m. your comments came as a breath of fresh air.
Do come into my motorhome, Jack.
Oh, thanks. The trouble is, the returning officer thought that was a vote for the candidate. The argument kept us going till dawn. See, we have to decide whether the incorrectly filled in ballots constitute a vote, and if so, for whom.
Yes, you see, I do know my electoral rights. Now then, Jack, I was just about to put the kettle on.
Oh, thanks very much. I think I may have put you off your stroke once when I was behind the table at the polling station.
How so?
Excuse me, are you going to be in there all day?
It's a polling booth, not a public lavatory. I shall take as long as I like. I'm going to need another pencil in a minute. I suppose you have a green one.
No, we haven't.
Well, no matter. I can easily escalate the level of vituperation.
Well, hurry up. The pensioners' lunch in the cafe finishes in 5 minutes. They'll be swarming in here. There'll be gridlock.
Well, it's a bad day for democracy when one's civic duty is deemed less important than an over-60s meal deal. I can probably word that better on the ballot paper. Would you mind checking what the today's special is on the board?
More tea, Jack.
Oh, go on then. You've tempted me. Right, Ed, cards on the table. Have you ever thought of standing for election to the council yourself? Now hear me out before you reach for your green pencil. You strike me as someone who sticks up for himself, who's not afraid to fight the good fight, albeit on a local level.
Well, I have been thinking about it as it happens.
Oh, good. We're on the same page.
There's another rather crucial page that covers the emoluments I might expect that could help me defray any financial outlay.
I see you're learning the language already.
Because I have heard somewhere that one could feed 2 kids and have enough left over for Pilates.
Might be putting the cart before the horse here.
Well, I'd need to know how much.
Well, but how long's a piece of string? I mean, if you look at pages 8 to 12 of this How to Become a Councillor booklet...
Yeah, well, let's just say the piece of string's fairly short. I mean, is it more or less than £5 a year?
Councils set their own rate, so it could be as much as 11k or as little as 3. And then if you do committee work, you could almost double it.
That certainly sounds like a cause worth fighting for.
What cause?
I was rather hoping you might have some ideas on that score.
Well, refuse for a start. After your robust slagging off of the council's sickening fortnightly collection policy, we need a champion.
Yes, rubbish would do, and I might even shoulder the burden of committee work. Jack, can I just ask why you're not putting yourself forward for election?
I'm a council employee, so it's not permitted. That'd be like turkeys being given the option to alter the calendar to...
Yeah, I get your drift, yes.
So if you're on board for this, we need to think about a biog for your campaign literature. There's a few examples in the booklet you might want to purloin.
I see Joyce's hobbies are Manchester United, real ale and shopping for shoes. Whereas Kevin tries to ingratiate himself by going in for Irish dancing and cake. Not much purloining to be done there, I fear.
You don't have to use all of them. There you are, you've got a cat. Banker, that is.
Very well, I'm happy to use Elgar as part of my dream ticket, but I'm certainly not going to say I enjoy binging on box sets like this moron in the Wirral.
Now, I'm afraid that's mandatory. Electoral suicide if you don't put that sort of thing in.
Well, I suppose politics is largely the art of compromise. So, Jack, why don't you draft something for me that you think might play well with the electorate? But I warn you, I draw the line at the use of the word albeit.
OK. Right, correct procedures for notifying the Electoral Services Department.
I'd better let you get on with that, Jack. Goodness, nearly time for the news and weather where you are. I'd better start paying attention.
Yeah, you don't want to be wrong-footed when you're out on the stump.
Yeah, talking to people.
Daunted though I am by the prospect of having to knock on doors and, worse still, listen to the occupants' opinions, I do at least have the support of an agent, and what's more, an agent of the kind who's prepared actually to do something apart from go on holiday leaving jaunty out-of-office replies. Had I but discovered politics 40 years ago, life might have been very different. There would, of course, be no Pet Peeves 1 or 2, and the world of pure drama, or premium drama, as it's fatuously called this week, would have been the poorer by one seminal episode of Tenko. On the other hand, I could now be sitting not on a floral banquette in a borrowed motorhome, but on my south-facing terrace watching the duck house being re-roofed at the taxpayer's expense. But, as my fellow aspirant councillors have gone on record saying, we are where we are, there's no turning back the clock, and going forward means just that. Luckily, Jack's helped me to go forward by finding me 7 of the requisite 10 nominations from his pub quiz team, the Refuse Snakes. Still needing 3, and being myself temporarily without friends, I decided to call in a few favours from my former writing class at the charity shop.
Why would I vote for you?
I'm not asking you to vote for me yet, Stan, merely to nominate me as a candidate.
Yes, but say we do that. What are you going to do for us in return?
Well,
Come on, Mr. Reardon, here's your chance to win the grey vote.
Speak for yourself. I see light mochaccino when I look in the mirror.
Well, not if you could see the back, you wouldn't.
be that as it may, Pearl, this ward, like the rest of the world, faces many challenges, or opportunities, as I prefer to call them. You can't turn the clock back, unfortunately.
Oh, I wish you could, though. Go back 50 years, then I might vote for you.
You'd have to give up your winter fuel allowance, Olive, and your free transport and TV licences.
I don't think you're going about this in the right way.
No, we keep them all. Just go back to 1967.
The summer of love. That'd do me.
Could you get me a handbag like Julie Christie? I could swing it all the way down the King's Road.
Oh, the Hatfield Galleria. And then you wouldn't need to use your senior rail card.
PVC miniskirts and wet-look thigh boots. We could do with them back, and Danger Man. They never repeat that, I don't know why. Is there something you could do about that?
That's quite a list of manifesto promises you're asking me to deliver, considering you haven't nominated me yet.
Hi, I'm your ward councillor. Could I take a minute of your time to introduce myself and perhaps give you one of my shiny new leaflets?
Oh.
Don't need to, love. I've seen you on telly, paddling that canoe after the water main burst.
Which was very quickly fixed after prompt action by your local council. I'm Nikki Barton.
Yes, I think we've met.
Have we?
Oh, he wants to stand against you in the election, if we let him.
They're all after our vote, you know. Greens, Reds, UKIPers.
Fella dressed as a clown.
He was Labour. Nobody else votes apart from our generation.
You got me barred from the swimming pool.
Was he exposing himself?
Well, I was naked at the time, admittedly.
Thought so, showing off. He tried to teach us about D.H. Lawrence, too.
In my defence, I was in the men's changing room when you insisted on bringing your son in.
Your council sorted that one too, and family changing is now next to the pool where it should have been all along. Ticked box number 2.
I think that's right, because it helps the single mums. You had a bit of trouble with your marriage, didn't you, dear?
That's all behind me. I've moved on. You can't turn the clock back.
No, very wise.
Your opinions have certainly flip-flopped in the last couple of minutes.
Ladies' prerogative. The Prime Minister does it. That's good enough for me.
And President Trump. See, you can't be too clever.
So, guys, can I count on your votes in the forthcoming council elections?
Could I just ask a question first, Nikki?
If it's not about Danger Man, no.
This isn't a public meeting, even if you have got your clothes on.
And you're not even a candidate yet.
No, I'm just an ordinary voter, and as such...
No, go on. Fire away.
Well, I've been looking at your shiny new leaflet, and I see there are plenty of mentions of the new Underground Railway, or Burko Metro, that the council is planning.
Oh, will we be able to travel free on that too?
Will it go from Waitrose to the hospital? That'd be a real lifesaver.
Sounds like we've got the makings of an excellent user group right here. But just to be very serious for a moment, my vision, and it's a passionate one, is for South Hertfordshire to lead the world in transport infrastructure with a smart ticketing system.
While above ground, the sacks of rubbish rot on the pavements. Is that it?
No, that's not it. Clearly the council needs to prioritise...
He's right. I've lost count of the foxes scavenging in the sacks outside my front gate. You can only shoot so many.
And there was a great big rat stuffing its face in a pizza box the other morning in Church Street. You could only see its tail, but it wasn't fooling me.
Now, I don't know if anybody agrees with me, but I'd say the first thing to prioritise is a return to weekly refuse collections, with bin men wearing smart council uniforms instead of vulgar, outsourced high-vis jackets, and fully deserving of a generous tip, and maybe a mince pie come Christmas time.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah.
Yes, made with British mincemeat.
Oh, please.
Where's that nomination form you want us to sign, Mr. Reardon?
Yes, I agree with you too.
And me.
Apart from the tipping bit.
Thank you all very much. Don't trip over the rubbish sacks on your way out, Nikki.
Well, that's a very good photo of you, Ed. Who took it?
It was a speed camera a good few years ago now, but I think I look more natural than, say...
Oh, yes, you appear very tense on some of your book jackets. Stress-free stir-fries, for example. The picture rather undermined the central argument.
Yes, that one came from a police identity parade. Another of Ping's false economies. Not making the same mistake with my campaign leaflets.
I'm not sure about putting the Sudoku puzzle on the back.
Well, the idea is to distract the voters, engage their interest while I make my escape down the path, without having to listen to any of their, no doubt worthy, but nevertheless footling concerns.
Right. That's 1,500. Shall we call it a night? We can do some more tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so sick of plays about court cases.
Well, that's the fashion these days, Ping. Verbatim drama, saving the theatre the cost of a playwright. What was this one about? Phone hacking or mismanagement of the railway system?
No, The Merchant of Venice. So boring. What are you two doing? Off for a pre-shenanigans cocktail?
There's a thought.
No, we've been running off some election flyers for Ed.
On my printer?
Yes, but I'm quite prepared to pay for them out of my campaign allowance.
There's about 18 million there. What are you standing for? Prime Minister of, Mars?
There are only 1,500 or 2 million in your parlance, Pink.
Yeah, 2 million too many. If your oldie mate Shaky had written a half-decent play, I might have stayed till the end and not caught you at it. Politics in broad daylight.
Which is 9:30.
Sorry, but you did tell us not to do it in office hours.
Yeah, don't do it at all. Stop now and leave me alone. I've got to call LA. See if Shylock's agent can get him to do a book of make the most of your money tips.
Right, as I say, Pink, I'll pay for the printing costs, the ink and the glossy paper, including the 2 sheets off which we ate the crayfish salad and salsa verde sauce from the office fridge.
That was my dinner, you bastards. Gah, politics, you see. It's not a showbiz for ugly people. It's for printer-abusing, crayfish-nicking secretly behind your back. Going Tom Hiddleston mug borrowing.
Ed, shall we head for the pub?
Yes, I think we'd better leave Ping in what I believe is known as La La Land.
Feelings of guilt about getting Maggie into trouble with her employer were compounded by my not having the wherewithal to buy her a drink, as a result of leaving my bank card at home in my other shorts. That's what I got Maggie to believe, anyway, because otherwise I wouldn't have had enough money to get home. Tight-fisted, some might say, I prefer to see it as a sign of my increasing mastery of the art of political spin. I made up for it by sending Maggie a pair of Jeff Hamilton garden shears I had tracked down on eBay, the deluxe privet master, one model up from the ones her ex-husband had made off with.
She still hasn't replied. I paid £4.50 for next day delivery, too. Can't very well send an email asking if it's arrived. How am I going to know? I'm just going to ask. No substitute for honesty. What would you do, Elgar? You trying to eat my rosette? Actually, that's rather photogenic. Hang on. There we are. Post that on the website. Hello, Jack.
I don't see any posters on the battle bus yet.
No, I've had a bit of a setback with my printers. I may have to depend on the sheer force of my oratory in order to sway the electorate. How many rubbish collections am I demanding again?
1 a week. The demand might carry a bit more weight if you wear trousers. It creates a better impression.
Yes, of course. I've had a mountain of constituency work to get through. What time do tonight's hustings... do hustings kick off? Or should it be hustings-is? That could perhaps be a light-hearted opening remark.
Keep it simple. This is your one chance to nail her good and proper.
Who? The sitting councillor?
Councillor, with a W.
No, it's you. Oh, councillor, I see. Perhaps I keep that one in reserve. Try to maintain a measure of respect for our opponent.
Well, politics is a dirty game, Ed, and I'm going to give you all the cards. Here's what you need to know about Nikki Barton. Calls herself a parent governor of St Philip's Primary. She's trying to set up a free school on the other side of town. Know who's on the board of that underground railway? Nikki Barton.
Interesting. Sounds almost Ibsen-esque.
So selfish she wouldn't even shake the crumbs out of a toaster.
Is that some sort of metaphor?
No, I was married to her for 15 years. She never put the milk bottles out once, or turned the duvet.
Now it's starting to sound a bit EastEnders-esque.
That film of her paddling the canoe down the high street, 3 inches deep that water was. Wouldn't have reached over the top of her kitten heels.
Jack, I sense I, and indeed my campaign, are being used as some sort of pawn in a marital dispute.
Politics is about personalities, it's about exploiting weaknesses. The voters don't want a nice guy. Donald Trump hasn't got a beard and an engine driver's hat.
That's true. Do you want to answer that?
In a minute. So you go in hard. And when you've got her on the ropes, ask her about the strimmer.
I'm sure I can make that count. I had a similar experience with poultry shears.
Oh, don't mention them, it's elitist. Oh, that's handy. £4,000's worth of donations has shown up on your campaign website.
Really?
Ah, cat picture with rosette. I vote Ed. Oh, very good. You're learning. Oh, it's up to £6,000 now.
0.5 seconds is a long time in politics.
And can I just ask what the water level was in the High Street up which Councillor Barton so heroically paddled with a thermos of soup for the local cameraman?
On the subject of photo opportunities, I note that would-be councillor Reardon has posted a picture on his website of his cat.
Very observant of Councillor Barton. Did her sharp eyes also detect, while shooting the rapids on her aquatic adventure, that the water was contained by a veritable flood barrier of uncollected refuse
And
sacks?
how much money has this publicity stunt raised so far?
And did she further realise that the water main burst halfway through the council's idiotic, unhygienic, disease-threatening, fortnightly rubbish collection cycle?
I asked how much 10 seconds ago. It's even more now after his long-winded evasion. I'll tell him how much.
I'll take no lessons in looking at a phone from the councillor. When I left home, the generous donations amounted to £6,000.
It's 7 times that now. And may I ask Mr. Reardon what he intends to spend his money on?
Allowable election expenses, leaflets, posters, possibly hats.
And how many hats was he expecting to buy with 42... Oh, I beg your pardon. £44,500.
Well, I fully intend to make full disclosure of all accounts in the proper manner.
Oh, do you? The fact is you've been caught trying to spend your way into power. A typical public schoolboy trick. You're a wrong 'un, and you know it.
Ask her about the strimmer.
And I further suggest that this candidate's professed love of box set binging is nothing more than a ruse to avoid paying the TV licence.
It's a lie. I liked the Danish one. It was called something. Kidney bar. Evening, Elgar. Sorry, are you hungry? Pity you couldn't get one of your 15,000 Facebook friends to come round and feed you. Let's see what this is that's been left outside. Hate mail, probably. Or worse. Who is it said all political careers end in failure? Oh, well, he was wrong on this occasion. Mary Berry Poultry Shears. In anticipation of casseroles to come, Maggie. With 2 X's, Elgar. Where are those reduced for quick sale chicken thighs? Can I put them outside? Oh, damn the rubbish men have been.
Ed Reardon's Week starred Christopher Douglas, Stephanie Cole, Monica Dolan, Brigit Forsyth, Barunka O'Shaughnessy, Karl Theobald, Vicki Pepperdine and Geoffrey Whitehead. It was written by Christopher Douglas and Andrew Nickolds. The producer was Dawn Ellis, and it was a BBC Studios production.
And there'll be more.